How's that one doing? This is Team Hunter Vic. About to do part 2 of my EA Sports College Football 26 Dynasty, Ohio State Buckeyes. That's the offense coordinator. So let's continue where we left off. I told you I was going to play more games. Part 2. I was just tired last night. So let's get started. We're facing Ohio. That's gonna be an easy team. Definitely, they're horrible. If you want to watch part 1, you can always watch it on my YouTube channel. And I already put in my playlist for EA Sports College Football 26 Dynasty. Ohio State Buckeyes walkthrough. And this is part 2. So let's continue where we left off. I said I was going to play more games than part 2. And then what my plan is, I'm going to be doing part 3 tonight when I get home from work. So let's get started.
Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Ohio Bobcats, taking on last year's national champion, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bobcats offense takes the field to start this game off. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of this.
Turning on the Jets. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
He does a really good job with that mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some quick yards. Nice play early in this football game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to throw, it's Navarro. Finds his man, it's Hendricks. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the Bobcats get it past the sticks.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye team.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that that, you want to go get it. Recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. With the catch, it's Williams. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Bobcats decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So Ohio State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access. Because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the red zone, it's Ball. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Back to throw, it's Navarro. Looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Bruno. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Pass completion moves the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
There's just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running football.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Bobcats will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They'll start this drive going to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Caught over the middle. It's ball. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
And the Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Sayed. The sure hands. It's Smith. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lets it fly. The throw toward the right sideline falls to the ground. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fakes the grab. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7. 6th play of the drive coming up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I feel like the defense needed that stop. Are already giving up a touchdown, early in this football game. They put another drive together, but great job bowing up, getting that 3rd down stop, and hopefully forcing the field goal.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The running back has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Harris. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
Makes the grab. It's Dennis. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Bobcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Navarro. Moving out of the pocket. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Bobcats are moving quickly down the field. Off-play action on first down. Complete on the shuffle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Bobcats need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And here comes the punt team. And that, my friends, is getting the perfect bounce, the perfect punt, and the perfect roll. They'll have them locked down inside their own 5. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So first down here as they go back to work. From the gun, running back gets the give. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on first down. Pulls it in. It's Smith. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. UAB is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Roddy White should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Akron. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. It's a seam wide open.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
I think sometimes offensively, you got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary. You got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him out of bounds for no gain.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Navarro. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The play-action fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? On third down, he drops to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Bobcats will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Looking for room. It's Ball. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. All out of space. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Makes the grab. It's Smith. At the 40. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. From the red zone, looking for a man. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Wants to go up top. Fires left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Ball. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Buckeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. He's got him. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. This time he's got his man. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Buckeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking down the middle. Makes a connection. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal with the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes this one back to the line of scrimmage, a rather anticlimactic end to the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Bobcats will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing it. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Finds the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
I think moving forward on third down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. You start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys, they've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. He's got it, first down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Buckeyes have it with a first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Graham. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained. And they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you've got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
The Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to keep it in the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Thurman. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on the
touchdown Buckeyes. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground. You're in a zone.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Grabbed over the middle, it's Tate.
I think quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Buckeyes get enough to move the chains.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Gives it on the option. Hard running there. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Oh, he's got some space. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. On the run, it's Ball. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Buckeyes have moved it inside the 20. Little touch pass to the receiver. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Motion from the wideout. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the air. It's Sayin. Makes the grab. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop.
Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
How about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And the Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Might as well stick with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right?
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. You'd think they would have had a... The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier. Looking deep. Makes the grab on the right. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
And just couldn't get it to the receiver. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll run this one off right tackle. Nice move to keep running. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It does.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great catch and run for 6. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day, putting it all together.
This drive will open from the 15. The give, and tick, 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 tick. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Gonna run it. It's ball. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield. It's Sayin. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
The Buckeyes are facing 3rd and inches. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Yeah, if you notice, like when I'm at Geedon big on a team, I'm just gonna sim the defense and just play on offense. That's usually how I do it, just to make the games go faster. Okay, on to next week. Nope, this is our bye week, so it gives me time to do some stuff. He went to Alabama, so as soon as we move him. Let's get to the visit. Yeah, what about that now? That dude, this dude, they all went to this dude. Let's do the Penn State one. Like this dude. Let's do the U. Oh, Austin. That's giving me a good. Austin. Unmute this, or the people, the announcers talking will echo through my controller.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Washington's offense will get first crack at it here. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Williams will pass. Grab near the marker. It's Green. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And the Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Coleman. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. New set of downs after the completion. They'll move the tight end. He'll pull it on the read. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Fire into the right, complete. Touchdown, Huskies. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Ohio State's offense will go to work for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Looking for room. It's ball. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Snagged in the middle, it's Tate. He's loose. They are on the move 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? A strike downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it. There he goes. Drills him with the stiff arm. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Open the... With a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Boston. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Ball. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw it, Sayed. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody.
Oh, he found a space on the right. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Turning it on. Can't get him to the ground. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. He's going for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and still on his feet. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And man, nobody home on defense. We've got to understand the option starts with the quarterback. Somebody has to have that guy. The defense blows an assignment, and the quarterback takes advantage and makes the big play down the field.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident, not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. You saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself, man, it's been working for me so far. Every time I just tuck it, take off scrambling, something good seems to happen, so that's not going to stop. And I think moving forward, this defense has got to expect him to scramble more often.
Off the play fake on first down. It's complete on the right side. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Now from inside the red zone. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intent.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. A linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
Catch in the middle. It's Boston. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage. get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Gives it on the option. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. The Big Ten schedule sort of ate these guys up last year. They're looking for a better performance this time around.
Yeah, and it eats a lot of people up, obviously being such a tough conference. But if you look at the way you start the season, a lot of times, man, that's when you build your momentum. That's when you build your confidence. If you can hang around, be competitive, sometimes the way you start, Palmer, it just lays out the rest of the season for you.
And they know they just got to be a lot more physical this year. That schedule did beat them up last year, but take a look at this year's schedule. A lot of those same teams, they're right there again. They're going to get another crack at them. They've got to be...
Wide open spaces. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. Receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
The short hands, it's Smith. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Offense changing the play. Trying to turn the corner on the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
The Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Iowa is getting dominated today, and friends, the folks in Iowa City deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker of a showing. They're trailing by 18 to Indiana. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. That's reeled in. It's Boston. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Coleman. It's a running room. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. Washington coming to the line with another first down. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Huskies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Williams looking for a man. Caught near the sticks. It's Boston. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Turning on the Jets. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Off the play fake. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Trying to punch it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll try the right side. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Running into the open space. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Got a man. It's Boston. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Knocks it out of the air. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. It's a seam wide open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Williams will pass. Got his man downfield. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Good timing on the quick out. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll immediately call timeout. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Wants to throw on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And if you thought that was a quick 1st half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go get dressed.
Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Makes the catch. It's Smith. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the first. The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5. They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. Looking to throw. It's Sayed. It's complete to the right. Oh, a lot of space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wideout trying to get it in. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And the offense, man, he couldn't find anybody open. Like somebody's got to create some separation. Or what do? How do I throw a jump ball to one of my big receivers out wide that can go up and dunk on somebody?
Touchdown, Ohio State. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Arkansas needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from... And with this crowd there in Fayetteville behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Notre Dame. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness, speed off the edge, getting to the quarterback. You got to be relentless when you're chasing the quarterback. And Chase Young's record, if you can go get that, you go get that big fella, that superstar, woof, that would be a fun day.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Looks it in at the 40. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. This has been exactly the way you draw things up. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, the sweet feet. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Defenses have got to play with great eye discipline, especially when you're facing teams that will run the jet sweep. You've got to be able to locate the football extremely quickly, and defense did not do a good job of it that time.
The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The give to the tailback. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Sayin. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Here comes the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Washington sends out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Let's see what he can do with it. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Williams looking for a man. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing with pressure in his face.
Looking for a crease. It's Coleman. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Reels it in down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. There he goes. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. Second down, they'll go to the air. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Huskies need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Bringing the heat. With the catch, it's Coleman. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Williams will pass. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll keep it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Quick strike complete. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Williams looking for a man. Into the house. Touchdown, Washington. Lining up to add another. Bangs it through for an extra point. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Going right to work up top. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the catch on the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's in open space downfield. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Got it! Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You got some postseason awards, keep chucking it, keep getting those stats. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers.
Touchdown, Ohio State! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And everything on offense working so far, whether it's running it, throwing it, let's get the receivers involved. With the jet sweep game, when you've got speed and you've got athleticism like they have, everything works.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. On the move to his left.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Evans. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Motion from the wideout. Williams will pass. Finds his big tight end. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. To the ground with the back. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Got it behind the line. It's Coleman. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
On 3rd down, going up top. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Caught over the middle. It's Tate. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Got it in the middle. It's Tate. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. He's loose. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course,
there he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Might be changing the route. The Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. Jet sweep to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had...
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough.
Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Huskies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Williams looking for a man. That's caught. It's Evans. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Coleman. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That last completion sets him up on second down. On the move, it's Coleman. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that fires you up as a defense. That gives you some extra juice. When you come in there and knock the living fire out of someone, everybody on the defense gets chipped.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give from the gun. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Picks up 9. Good enough for first down.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
You notice I didn't submit because, you know, that was like, if it's tough school, I'm not going to do that. Submit. This dude's gone. 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 Dude's gone. This dude's gone. Oh, I got this one. Cooler. You know what? I'm gonna save those points. Do that. Maybe. I'm just gonna save those. Shit. This would be the last game, and then I'll be doing part 3 tonight when I get home from work. So let's get this game done for part 2. Final game for part 2.
Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on last year's national champion, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Minnesota's offense will go to work first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And the Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To throw, it's Lindsey. Fires to the big fella. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the grab close to the logo. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Grab behind the line. It's ball.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Under fire. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. Some fresh air. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Lindsey. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Thurman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Minnesota!
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll leave it with him. Wide open spaces. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Sayin. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense.
It's a running room. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Tate. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Hand off from the shotgun. Plows through the defense. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The Buckeyes are stopped, but not before getting the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Sure, they could take the lead with a short. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, 4th and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on 4th down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Rushes on him. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Snagged in the middle. It's Tracy. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. First play of the period, first down here. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pulls it in, it's Tracy. Nice pick up there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Jukes his way for more. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds his big tight end. Finally corralled and not with more. He picks up the first down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On the run, it's Ball. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Buckeyes are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. Back to throw and say it. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation.
Ernie on the Jets. It's a seam wide open. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Going to the run. It's Ball. Got some room into the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. San Diego State is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Snapdragon Stadium today. They're trailing by 10 to Colorado State. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll give it to the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The inside handoff. Got the 1st down, looking for more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's a heap. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Golden Gophers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for space. It's Turner. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's the handoff. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Golden Gophers want to move quickly. Looking for a tuck play on 2nd and short. Intercepted to stop the threat. Bringing it back.
And defensive backs you think don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking left. He makes the catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
Catch in the middle. It's Smith. Oh, out of space. Touchdown, Ohio State. Oh, that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Give to the running back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable. This defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Golden Gophers will boot it away to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off play action. Going deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Perhaps a touchdown saving tackle at the 17.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. With that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Running the red zone. It's ball. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. So an 82-yard drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to bring it back. Slips through the line. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Bears the pressure. He's got it. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Every once in a while, you have a dude roll out in the scarlet and gray, and they have a day. Terry Glenn, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Santonio Holmes. This guy might be matching up with him by the end of the day.
Well, the sad thing is I could also name 5 other guys off the top of my head who are superstars, too. They always find those guys out wide that are big, fast, and create separation. They find them, and they make big plays, and he's doing it here today.
Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Splits the uprights, it's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Leaves it with the running back. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Coleman. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Golden Gophers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Back to pass. It's Lindsey. Hauls it in. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. They bring the punter onto the field now. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Tate. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help.
Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This is his personal resume reel, trying to win the Bolitnikoff Award or something.
Highlight after highlight after highlight. He's going to go to social media. He's going to post these. Hey, a lot of likes, a lot of love, a lot of shares with those plays.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 26. And the Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. It's Lindsey. It's complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. They go to the ground. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. This offense is aggressive on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far today, and they're still on the field. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's... The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again. Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game.
There he goes. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
The Buckeyes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
And the Buckeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's loose. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wide out. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. The give on the option. Oh, it's out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Great place to start for this offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Oh, better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24. And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes a handoff. It's Peoples. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And they're going to put another one into the end zone. They'll go to the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Pass to 30. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a short run there, and that'll end it. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Thank you for watching. Hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification bell when you know I'll be doing part 3 tonight when I get home from work. So have a great night. Peace.